what's up? Yeah.
Hotel, the Circa actually has a club in it. I used to work in the Circa.
What happens if a man comes out there and say, "Yo, Mike, where the hoes at?" How about that?
This is why men always ask women.
That's what he asked.
Or you can go to Pahrump and go see the hoes over there at the Bunny Ranch if you really want.
Not the Bunny,
like
no HBO shit, bro.
Not
no
prostitutes.
Oh,
women.
so you want?
We ain't talking about prostitutes, nigga. I'm talking. That's how we talk. The man gonna say, where they at?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna just not talk. I don't know what you're looking for.
Oh my God, this is like, do you remember the Clear Eyes commercial? That's exactly what I'm getting on Clear Eyes commercial. Let
the lady speak. Let the lady speak. I'm trying to get a good. Let the lady speak. Can y'all? Am I saying something wrong?
No.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily be asking where the hoes at, but I mean,
that's how men talk to each other.
Yeah,
they're not gonna say it to you.
I'm just saying that I personally could not date a guy who didn't have a car. And well, first of all, it's just a safety issue. I don't like getting in Ubers at night. That's first of all. I don't think it's safe for women to be hopping in lifts and Ubers at night. I'm not going to go to a man's place that I don't know. I don't know you, so it's going to be a while before I actually come over to your place because I don't know you.
Right. So how would we get him over there? We ain't got no whip. How we getting the girls over to the crib?
Well, you get.
That's what I said. The chloroform.
Wait a minute. You said you want to go to my house.
Wait, hold on. What you said?
Who? Oh, me? I said that's what I said.
In my car, if I'm a stranger, or if you don't trust me.
But women are more likely to get into a man's car than an Uber to get to
really?
house.
Yes, of course.
That's even more dangerous. What if I drove you all the way to the desert?
DC. I used to live in DC, and women
I can
are
believe
more
that.
likely to get into the man's car, right? You know, y'all vibing or whatever. If Nate was like, "Hey, Bree, I know you just got to San Antonio, right? Where the hoes at?" I would, even though I just got to San Antonio, I would have the spots, all of them, and all if the women are vibing right, because we're adults, we're not gonna play games. This is not the Kevin Samuels channel. If the vibe is right and everybody's having a good time. If the women are like, if Nate was like, "Oh, we going back to my sister's house," right? If he has a car, they're going to get in.
They're getting the car. See,
follow me. So I don't know. But
well, I would have your name. I would have your name. Your driver's your license plate is right there. I can take it down, take a picture of it. I know who you are. I know your face. I'm familiar with you. And if I'm going on a date with somebody I don't know, then I'm probably going to let somebody know who I'm going with. So it's different. When you get into an Uber, you don't know who's driving. You don't know that person.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think every woman here would agree with, if I was in a town and I'm like, "Yo, we're going to turn up and where can I go? I'm going to rent a car, bang, bang, bang." I think if the option was, if they'll get in a car with me before they jump in an Uber. And what I'm saying to Mike, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're in Vegas, how are we bringing the woman back to your crib?
Well, I already answered that question 5 times.
Uber.
Don't you dare.
It is what it is, man.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, but the thing about Vegas
is that
9 times out of 10, like 9 times out of 10, women are not going to want to go to someone's crib. They're going to want to go to a suite. They're going to want to go to the Cosmopolitan. They're going to want to, come on now.
Okay.
This is beauty. And this is Vegas.
Yeah, do some beauty in Essex or something. Beauty in Essex.
It's gonna be a caravan of Ubers coming to his house.
He asked me how I was getting chicks back to the crib. You didn't say nothing about strip or staying in a hotel.
I ain't trying to go
because
to
the thing is this. Okay. Oh, all right. Here's the thing, Nate. Right. Everything in Vegas is literally walkable. Right. So you want to get into a hotel. I would say go into the Cosmopolitan. Right. Yes. They have a freaking hot ass club. They have a lounge. They have a casino. Everything inside, and that's where everyone is in a Cosmopolitan. Straight up.
Yes.
So you'll see who you want to see. Exactly, and then guess what? You
the Cosmopolitan is the name of what Nordic? What is that?
That's
the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? All right, go ahead. Keep proceeding.
Yeah, and then you go
And then here's
yeah.
how. Okay, now here's how that you get a girl, right? You tell her, hey, you know what? You know what? I got a suite upstairs. Boom. That's like, oh yeah, boom. Now guess what those suites have? Pool tables,
Hold on.
casinos, everything inside. And listen, you could be telling a flat ass lie. But once you say that you got a suite, it's in a penthouse upstairs, they don't know the difference. You already inside the hotel. That's it.
Plus you
better be writing this down.
Yeah, you can go to
take notes.
I'm just trying to show the comparison that women know how to get shit done more than these niggas. But go ahead.
Couture, tell me if I'm lying. You can go to Vegas on the Strip at any given time, and you can rent Ferraris. You can rent Lamborghinis.
Oh yeah, they rent all those cars
they floss all weekend, you know, and they have a car full of girls. I see these guys, and they have like girls all in the front seat and the back seat, and the cars are rented, but the girls don't know the difference. They're hopping in the car
because they're having a good time. It's fun.
Yeah. Yep.
No, and this is the whole other thing, and that I really wanted to talk about was these IG girls or like these webcam girls or like whatever. The whole reason why people don't see these girls in real life is because they don't exist, right? When you're doing Snapchat, pinching in your stomach, doing certain things, changing your face, doing all these things, the freaking real life girl after she had all this surgery does not look. And listen, I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends that if you see her on social, she got over 1,000 likes. She's, up there in like the strip club. She got all that. But in person,
nothing like that.
When you see those dents and those scars and you see her and she look washed up because of too many nights of too many, she looks washed in person. So that's why you don't see these type of girls because they don't exist. And this is what porn and that stuff have in common. It is a illusion because you know what, Nate, you said it best. Men are visual beings, right? Yep. Men are all about visualization. So they are seeing this and that's enough. But then they're in the streets looking for that. You can't find that because that is not real.
Right. Remember, Nate, I just said, you can go to YouTube right now and pull up porn stars with and without makeup.
With and without, she said that earlier. She said because people don't understand. First of all, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of these porn stars is on drugs you can't even imagine. I know that from a reliable source, just as far as a provider. And he out there in the valley, and it's insane what these women be looking like before they get their makeup done.
And this is the whole thing. And firsthand, you have a lot of female friends that's probably like, like it's so cool, like, like they're having at the body and they get all these likes. And when you sit with them in person, you sometimes look at them and be like, wow, like you really look washed. Like you really need to just eat better, have a juice, like maybe just take one night of no partying. And this is why you see half these women, they can't keep that their partner because no man wants to be, it's like no man wants to see that. And then guess what the man's saying? Yo, you a fraud. You a fraud.
Yes, a fact. That's a fact.
You know what, Nate, I'm gonna tell you, I used to back in the old days, I used to be in pageants and I used to model. If people knew
I'm a pageant girl.
Oh, really? Who is that?
Ow.
That's the Louisiana thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And tell me if I'm wrong, Couture. They would be surprised at what women do to get ready for a pageant. You're talking about body wraps, liquid diets.
Can't eat certain shit at a certain time.
There are some women who eat toilet paper when you're modeling.
Just drink broth.
What?
Yes, they eat toilet paper because it swells up in their stomach and they don't eat.
And the same thing that men do too, where they go like 3 days without drinking any type of water so that the water absorbs and their six-pack shows. Yes, they do that right before like a Coachella.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Anything. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also have this. It's almost like putty that you can put on your body. I'm not joking. It's literally almost like spackle. And
to put on the skin.
If you don't believe me, go watch the behind the scenes at a Victoria's Secret show, and you watch them putting that makeup and they're like putting on their butts and their thighs. They're literally filling in dimples. They're filling over stretch marks. They're smoothing it out. These girls get buff.
And you know what the sad part is? The woman on the outside, y'all see all this, not all. and actually think, well, what we need to do is step our shit up. Let me get all this shit done. This one, they saying that because my man, I need to get him here too. He's a strip club fanatic, and he says my shit is Team Plastic. Hashtag Team Plastic. He said he don't fuck with nothing but plastic women.
Right, that's true.
Straight up.
A lot of them have like endermology. The endermology is you go to the esthetician and they get these expensive treatments for like cellulite, and they have to keep going every like week, every other week to get it smoothed out, and it keeps their skin tight. And when these guys give this money to these Instagram models, they're taking that money and they're going to get these treatments. Plus, now they have camera filters. A woman can be on camera with a filter while she moves. You can't even tell whether.
Yeah, they got that. Yeah, I know a girl that she rides motorcycles out here, and I'm like, all right, I seen her in person on a dirt bike. I say, I cannot believe it's the same chick. I seen her first, literally at the stoplight. I'm like, yo, that's that same chick that be doing all the videos. She look nothing like that. Mm-hmm. This shit is. Let me tell you something that's crazy.
You know what, Nick?
Shout out to my man. I know we got two brothers here. Shout out to Black Trump. He's in the building. You know what I'm saying? shout out to. I ain't gonna call him the last OG. We call him J Speed OG. We got the lovely ladies here from East, West, Midwest, wherever you want to name them. Real ladies here. Now the thing is, I think A-Dime just came back. You good, A-Dime? You good? I'm trying to get my man Buck in here. He's having some problems because
you're breaking your face.
But right now, in the meantime, this whole situation was about, and Black Trump. I just want to say this real quick before I get to OG. Black Trump believed there was an issue as well. He believes the layout that my man Buck believes. He believes that these men going out, they don't want to deal with no problems. They don't want no issues. They don't want to deal with no woman's mouth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now Nordic just educated us on something I've actually forgot to even think about. Y'all going out there dealing with kids. And if a dude is in his 40s or 50s and a girl is 21 years old, or younger,
that's a kid.
That's a child. So my question to you is, Black Trump, here's a situation, as you can see us talking to Mike. He's a single black man now on the West Coast. You're a single black man on the East Coast. How are y'all single? How are you single now as Black Trump? And you got your own business. You understand? You're doing your thing. How is a brother like you single in this 2022, in the summer of 2022?
I think it's more so about preference more than anything else, yo. You know, again, and yesterday, it's funny that we had that. I mean, the other day we had that conversation, and last night I'm in the bar with my homegirls, two of my homegirls, which are Puerto Rican, and there was a bunch of other black girls there. Now, my Hispanic girl, Anna, she's real boisterous and shit. She, I had to calm shit down because then they almost got in a fight because she was like, yo, why you keep talking about you looking for a chocolate sister like that? You need to get yourself a Hispanic and stop fucking with them black girls because they ain't about shit. But I had to check her, be like, yo, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is, man. You got to be mindful of your surroundings when you have that conversation. And the other girls got kind of like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with your friend? Yo, you a black brother and you sitting up there letting them talk to us like that. And I'm like, yo, and I'm trying to calm this shit down. And, she's going off at the lip like, yo, listen, y'all bras is fucked up. And I'm like, yo, I got to play referee, and it's like, yo, it's not that serious, man. It's just a statement she made, and now I don't totally agree with it, but it is what it is, and it's my preference more than anything else, man. It ain't like I'm saying, right? Oh, yo, was she right? I listen, to a certain extent. I wouldn't say in front of them sisters because I would never disrespect my sisters, but to the sense, she may have a point.
Well, if you believe that, then you go do you.
No, listen, Black Trump is good, man. I'm always gonna do me, but that's cool. But again, I don't like causing controversy, and I don't like, I don't try to get into it. Like I do it on the channel here, But in front of sisters, I don't like that disrespect, So
Well, the reason
it
why
be,
they, but Black Trump, honestly, the reason why she felt comfortable doing that is because Black men get out here for the entire world to see and do the same thing. They have permission by proxy. And so when you hear Black men say things like that about Black women all the time, 24/7, and then you're out with them, you're just confirming what they already see online and they feel emboldened. So you can't expect them to act any other way because it's already been out there.
So
but
basically,
again,
she's saying that because she know at the end of the day, y'all enable that.
well, I don't say I personally don't enable that. I just say I just looking for a chocolate sister that I don't mean to sound fucked up again, but fuck it, here we go again. I just need a Black sister that's going to get on my page, and do the things I want. And she was like, "Yo, he a good dude," and I understand, and she had some drinks in her too, so you gotta give that a little bit of a leeway. But when she started going off on a tangent, I kind of had to step in and be like, "Yo, don't do that," because and again, everybody has their own opinion, but you don't. I don't appreciate that doing in front of. That's one thing I don't do.
Would you
Like if I'm
go
out in
through this now
public,
if you was in DR?
go through what?
The
I ain't going through shit in DR, nigga. You know that. I ain't going through shit.
Nita says
But
you
that's a
enable
different.
it because do you believe as a Black man as yourself, should the man take accountability where we at in this conversation for the fact that y'all run into these countries after the woman that y'all want that don't want you? Should we take accountability as men and say, yo, man just got to do better?
No, I mean, all men got to do better, yo. Let's not make that mistake. Men
No,
got
we
to
talk
do
about the
better.
man
But
in this issue, though, this whole situation.
well, what the issue is, again, like I said, 85% of the men go out there are married. So it's like, if they're happy at home, why are they going out there?
Well,
You
you
know
see
what I'm
what
saying?
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Nate. If you don't, every life is about trial and error. Okay, if you have to put yourself out there and you have to learn how to deal with real life people. People on social media now so much they don't know how to deal with people in real life. They don't have social skills. So if you constantly go into a country where a woman can't even speak your native language, you're not working on communication skills. That's escapism. And you're not really living in the real world. The real world doesn't exist like that. And when people say, oh, well, women, American women have attitudes. No, American women are not living in poverty. Poverty does a strange thing to a woman. When a woman is poor, particularly if she has kids, she's going to do just about anything to feed her children and to feed herself. So you're not really seeing the real women when you go into a country where such a large number of women have to sell their bodies to live. You're not seeing that real woman. And that's why a lot of them are afraid to bring them to the States, because they know once they get out of poverty, they'll start seeing the real them. You
The real
cannot
thing,
judge a
yeah.
person's
All right,
character when it's
but
you just
hey, Ava, I give you another example. I've been out to Ghana, to Accra, right, in Ghana, and I'll be in Lagos in Nigeria in December. Now I've been out in Accra in Ghana. Yo, even the women out there are different, and they got their own shit, and they different. So it's not just a poverty thing. It's not. It's a Western culture thing.
yeah, but
That's what it is.
you're not going to Ghana and Accra to buy pussy. You're
Right.
going to the DR in Colombia to buy pussy. So it must be
Well,
something going on there.
I think what he's saying. I think what he's saying.
Oh, what's up, OG? I didn't see you.
Hey,
what up, man?
Respect to the panel, respect to everybody on the panel, respect to you, Nate, for bringing this conversation. I think we have to be honest with this conversation across the board, because before there's a building built, there is foundation, and so I think we we can't get tricked into this tunnel vision. I've been in Africa 3 times, and I've been there, and I never went there to buy anything other than to feel the culture itself. I've been to some of the Central American countries, and I never been there to buy anything to feel the culture. And I was just fortunate enough to be in the movie industry where I can travel like that. I think the problem with this is, it's like Minister Louis Farrakhan would say, you take a little truth and you mix it with lies and become poison. And I think if we're going to be honest with this conversation, we got to see how we got here. And I think that's where the real conversation starts. Denying where we are, denying who we are at this point, men and women and black men, is a disservice to us cleaning this shit up. All right? Let's just be honest. There are guys who go to them third world countries or these Central American countries, and that's what they're there for, sex trade. We can just be honest with that. But it is a truth to this too, that we are been in an incubator over here for 400 something years, and we are who we are due to our condition. And we go out to start being honest with this. I'm 62 years old, so I'm not just like 2 weeks off the breast milk. And I can tell you some truth for this. And I'm fortunate that I went from the South to the New York every summer of my life until I got to be 22 years old. And there's a different culture there, just as much as there's a different culture in the South and the West where I live at now. And I think we're going to start out to have an honest conversation. Yes, we're not talking about the men who go over in Central America. We have a problem in our black community, and it's been a problem for a while. We have a problem where women had to take positions in the house that wasn't even natural. And the natural order of things been out of whack for a while, ever since we got off that ship. And it's still to the day, we have some residue of what slavery did to us. It's printed in our DNA. And we just got to start having honest conversations why women act the way they act and why men act the way they act.
Honest.
And I think this is where the conversations start to hit the turf at. Women, I have 11 sisters. And I probably could have had a PhD in women when I left my home. And they taught me well. My father taught me well. My father was born in 1909. And so most of all my people I associate with was over 55 years old. And so I'm trying to get this ring on my ear. At the same time, I'm trying to talk to you. So if I sound like I'm hooked on phonics, I'm not. I got something ringing in my ear. So let's start the honest conversation. Women do have attitude in our community more than any other community. But why do they have the attitude? They have the attitude because they had to put themselves in a position to pretty much be head of the household, even way back until we had shackles on us. Due to the fact, a black man position in this country could never really be a man. That's why when you look at some of the old films, men would always walk with their head down and say, yes, boss, yeah. And the women could be sassy at the table, even smack Miss Becky on the hand when she got to reach for something. But that's just the way that women would raise their children so their male children could survive. We was taught not to even look a white man up in his eyes. And that's a real thing, that black men could not be on top of a horse when a white man was on his feet, because the white man didn't want to look up to a black man. So we got to be real how we got here, people. I'm serious. This conversation got to stop. You know what I mean? You got the people on the side, this side, what I call the goofy people. Most of the goofy peoples in the manosphere, they do have some legitimate gripes, but how they attack it is the problem I have, because that's the major problem I'm having. Because before you start to make assessment of somebody else, you need to check yourself in the mirror, do an evaluation of yourself in the mirror. Because in my life, I have had problems with women and dating and stuff like that. But in the same token, that's the natural order thing. If I was white, I would probably have some problems with women. dating and stuff like that, due to the fact that's what happens when you bring two people together with two different brains and not all working on the same mind or brain. So when you look at this, when a woman raised her son so he could survive and not get killed by a white man, and raised her daughter in a different era because the daughter was no threat to the white man. So here how we got here. That's how we got here. Now you take men in the 70s, what I call the integration period, where we start to really understand where we were due to the fact they integrated our schools. Now we got a little freedom to see other people's culture, and we digged into that. Our women digged into it. Our men digged into it. And it's almost like taking a polar bear and a brown bear and say they both can live the same, which both of them are bears, but they live in different climates. They have different culture. Okay. And we ain't never been able to separate that. And that's our major problems in this country today. The way we've been conditioned, trying to deal with somebody else's culture and trying to make it fit us. Because anybody who's been outside of this country to any other black nation, and I'm not talking about no white nation, I'm not talking about no Puerto Rican nation. I'm talking about a black continent or places where black people are at. There's automatic we see a difference. We see the difference the way we walk, how we talk, and everything else. So for us to see the difference in our own people, for us to see the difference in our own people, we know we got some problems over here. We got black guys who come from Africa who go to Ivy League college as well as we do. But when they come out of them college, they don't speak the same we did. And they both speak the same English. But they speak it with a different vernacular. That shows you who we are, people.
Well, that's the same way you're saying. Do you feel the same way with, you mentioned something as far as the manosphere, you feel that they got points, some valid points, it's just the way how they direct it. So do you feel if a woman has an attitude, she has a valid reason to feel the way she does, it's just her expression as well?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. If we come to the understanding how we've been conditioned, then we can solve this problem, but we got to own it up. You can't go to the AA meeting and say I ain't a drunk for 5 years and keep wondering why you having the same problem. And can't every black man be saying that he sees something and women say, well, that really is not us. And it can't be a black woman to keep saying something and black men can keep saying that ain't us. When are we just going to be honest and start telling the truth?
Let me ask you this though, OG.
Yes,
respectfully,
sir.
Before I get to the ladies, right? Do you think men have a valid point on black men not wanting to deal with their black woman and as the alternative to deal with the Latin woman in Colombia versus here? Do they have is there any type of legitimacy that you see with that?
Yes, they do have legitimacy, and then that comes back to the natural order thing, man. They changed the natural order of us as individuals. They switched roles. And we are in an unnatural state. Look at our community. Look around and see what's happening. We got all these men walking around switching more than women now. They wearing all these feminine looking clothes, and then we got women walking around and they aggression. Yes, they can have a nice dress and everything else, but they're walking down the street all wide-legged. You know, like John Wayne. Even though they look feminine as for us, the way they look.
Wait, did you just say wide-legged?
All wide-legged.
Did you just say wide-legged?
Yes, I did. I said all wide-legged. And they don't know how to sit down with a dress on. They're sitting down all wide-legged. And see, this is the difference between old school and new school. It's because I will admit that we dropped the ball on a lot of these things as for us. But we was in a different struggle at the time. And y'all have to forgive us for that, for dropping the ball. Because we was fighting the man who's training y'all now. That's who we was fighting. We was in his face. And the difference between then and now, we went to the head, what y'all call him, Nate, the person who in charge of distributing drugs. We went to him, not the street corner person. You see what I'm saying? We went to the top dog. Now, what's happening with men today? Y'all are dealing with the street people. When I say street people, I'm not saying that in a disrespect manner, but y'all are dealing to the lower fruit of what's been produced by the root of the tree. We had to fight the man back in the day when he was sicking 4-legged dogs on us by 2-legged dogs, biting our scrolums and biting women breasts off and water holes. So the guys are dealing with the residue of that, and they're dealing with women, just like I say, who the nature of them been changed as much as the nature of men been changed. Y'all don't understand this science project y'all don't went through. And until we get
something?
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on. Let Adon talk. What's up, Adon?
Okay. Not to cut you off, not to cut your wisdom off, but when you say that you were fighting, when you said that you were fighting white people, you were fighting white people to sit at white tables and not building your own. Can you tell me what have black men collectively built recently that us women, a resource, give me a resource that that everyone now can say that that they benefit from?
Okay.
Any small or big?
Okay. First thing I'm gonna say to the first statement you said we was sitting, we was fighting to sit at the counters of other people's stores. I would see this is the talking points of 2022. Let me tell you exactly what we was doing, ma'am. When we wanted the Board of Education, Brown versus the Board of Education, we didn't want to go to white schools. We wanted equal finances at black schools. See, this is where y'all get off the train a little bit. When we were setting at them counters, let me finish. Okay, I'm trying to answer your question. When we were setting at them counters, we wasn't really setting at them counters to be served at that restaurant. We was trying to embarrass a nation and show that this nation, that's supposed to be the freest nation on this planet, we was showing the world that we had problems in this country. And see, if we hadn't did that, we couldn't get what we call international attention, what was really going on. Now, you want to say what we produce? Let me tell you what we produce, ma'am. And I can't tell you outside of what the mainstream. But still today, we got the only free press, you say big or small, in this nation is ran by the Nation of Islam. There's no other free black press in America other than the Final Call. We print our papers, our editors are black, our writers are black, our chief staffs are black, and that newspaper comes out every week.
When I say Bill, okay, all right. Can I stop it one more time?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Eva. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. My mom grew up in Harlem. Her younger sisters and brothers grew up in Harlem. I was born in Harlem. Harlem used to be all black. Now, Harlem is mostly white. They're tearing down a lot of the buildings. They're tearing down a lot of the black establishments from the 1940s, 50s, and 60s and on, and now they're putting these high-rises up. Can you tell me how that happened?
I could tell you exactly how it happened. It's no different than how it happened on 42nd Street, 10th Ave, when there used to be movies on both sides. And all of a sudden, the corporation came in there and seen where it can benefit, it can make a profit, and clean up that situation. That's why it looks different in the day. It used to be a time in the 70s you can walk down 10th Ave and 42nd Street and you can go into a club and buy a woman for $10. So what I'm trying to say is we have these properties and we let these properties and the crime infested in our neighborhood, well, let me finish, take over, where the property real estate goes down. And then all of a sudden somebody comes along and flashes money in your face. And all of a sudden you start looking at everything you can buy out of a catalog. And you take that money. And sooner or later everybody in that community started to look like, not like you with melanin in their skin. And they build up and they bring these corporations in here where they'll make your lunch $25. They don't have to ask you to leave. You can't even afford it. We were just talking about a slice this morning, $2.40 at its minimal, versus the $5 they're getting for the slice when they bring these corporations in here. So a lot of that we go. I think the name of this show is taking an accountability. A lot of that we're gonna have to take accountability for it. Seriously, because
Okay,
these.
so excuse me.
Yes, yeah,
You
yes,
said
ma'am.
take accountability. Whose job is it to take accountability? Because you just
The
said,
man, the
wait a
man.
minute, you just said that you guys have a printing press, paper that comes out. Okay, that's nice. I can I can manufacture a paper that comes out every week also. Where
But
are
can
the
you distribute?
resources?
Can you distribute for 40
Excuse
million
me,
people?
Wait,
excuse
see,
me,
and this
let
is the
me
problem
finish.
with the ignorance.
Wait a
See
minute,
this?
wait a minute. I didn't even
Hold on,
finish my
hold on.
statement. Let me finish my statement.
Yes.
Where are the grocery stores? Where are the hospitals? The private owned, black owned institutions of education. Where are those things? Like, yeah, a printing
Okay.
press and a paper is
Okay.
nice and it's fine. And then you
Oh,
said we
you
have
said
to
it.
take accountability for the white man coming in and gentrifying everything and taking over and buying the businesses and buying the buildings and establishing businesses in our neighborhoods. But that's the whole point.
Is
Where
this a
is the
question or a
leadership
synopsis? Is
from
this a
the black
question or a
man?
synopsis? Is
No,
this a
she's saying the
question
same
or
thing.
Why
On the block where Jen said the same thing. She's asking, she
okay?
said, how does the final call benefit the community
Okay.
tangibly? Just
Again.
curious.
Again. Let me
That's
see.
what Victoria's saying.
Okay, but I'm just saying, is that a
thank you,
question or a
Nate.
synopsis? Let me just tell you something, ma'am. I always start off the small stuff because then I know I can suck you into a corner. We got our own schools. We got our own farms. We got our own trucks. See, these are things that you could find out if you get away from the mindset that you are
In what
in. Wait,
community, though? In what community? Not the major
ma'am,
communities.
ma'am.
Where?
Okay. Again, if you let me speak and give you some information,
Okay.
okay? At any given time, you can walk in any mosque. You don't have to become a Nation of Islam member, and you can find out this information about what we got, what we do, what we instill in our people to be able to grow food for our people. We have a connection with the black farmers in America, even if they are not brothers who are growing food. We've been doing this ever since the 1930s. So the same people who complain about what we don't have, don't take this minute time to find out what we do have. Anybody
Okay,
can set
but
a.
where is it?
I
Is
just
it in a
said you could.
prominent community? Is it thriving? Like I can go and walk down the street and see like several Starbucks. I can
Uh,
go
uh,
walk down
uh,
the street and see a bunch of grocery stores that are not black owned. That's what I'm saying. Do we have a private community? Do you have things that are set up in thriving communities? Like yes,
again,
that's pertaining to you guys and your mosque and your community.
no, it's
I'm
not.
talking
See,
about
no, it's
relevant
not,
in
ma'am. No,
prominent
it's not, ma'am.
communities.
No, it's not,
Can I
ma'am. I
say
just
something?
said it.
Who's that speaking?
This is me, Adon.
Oh,
Can
Jennifer,
I
I'm
say
sorry.
something? Okay. A long time ago, you guys, matter of fact, this was just recently. The National Black Theater on 125th Street and Fifth Avenue. That used to be the center of where all black people used to meet up. That is now gone. And if you go over there now, it's obliterated. The building is gone. Can you tell
Exactly.
me how that happened? This woman, the woman that created who made that building or who owned that building, fought to keep
Uh,
that building so that black people had a place to go, that black children had a place to view art, and that was let go. How did
okay.
that happen?
I'm tell you why it happened. Y'all really didn't want
Yeah.
me to go. Y'all really didn't want me to go down this street, but I'm gonna go down this
Oh,
street
yeah.
because
No, hold on, hold on. Before he goes there,
I'm finna go
hold
down
on.
this street now.
Nordic Drip, you there?
Yes.
So we just want to hear from Lisa. So we got A-Dime, we got a Victoria. What do you think about this? I know Ava Marie, she's on a phone call.
No,
what do you think
I'm
about
back.
this as
I'm
far
back,
as in the
man.
Black
I'm just listening.
community? The question is, so Mr. OG can answer. What do you think we have built, because we seem not to own anything?
Yeah, well, I think it first started with something called redlining, and this has happened with the zip codes and how they got a certain, like, they got certain people living in these zip codes, right? And you have to have your schools you have to have your kids going to the certain type of school. And these stores, you cannot get fresh quality food because organic costs ridiculous amount of money, right? And you have to understand that we are all energy. So we consume these low vibration foods, and then we can't think, and we have all types of thoughts that are just negative. And let's talk about the shit that they're playing on the freaking radio. It's all about F the Black woman, like they're, just, it's all about hatred. None of it is about uplifting people. So when you
just black women, just black women, just black women, or is it black men too? Let's keep it 100.
No, hold up.
Okay. I just want to make the correction. That's serious.
No, hold up. It is not just women, black women. It is the energy in the music, period. So black men hear this shit, and then they just have negative thoughts. Like, they just can't think straight, and then they think that this is real life. It's like
but most of the music nowadays
is
against black women. Honestly.
Yes, it is against black women, but if you really look at it,
so women never made music about black men. Really? Are you serious?
You know what?
Nick, control this, man.
Before we go to passing,
you gotta control this, man.
Can I say something? Wait, can I say something? Can I say something?
Hold on, let Nordic finish. Hold on. Let Nordic finish.
Let me just finish real quick. Here is a prime example of how sensitive black men are, bro. You a man. You a man, and you can't even hold a conversation.
I'm telling you,
a man and you can't even let a woman talk?
Listen, you're getting emotional. You're getting emotional.
No, you're getting emotional.
I said
because
this.
I'm talking, and how about just calming down
but you're not stating the full facts.
Letting me talk because you're not letting me finish.
Okay, go ahead, finish, and I'll go next. Okay, I'll go ahead and finish. I'll let you go next. I'll go next.
Thank you. Wow. Now, for one, okay, I love black men. Why? Because my father is a black man. So therefore, a lot of men have black daughters, okay, have black mothers, dark-skinned black mothers, and talk and then figure have the nerve to talk about dark-skinned black women. Like, that is super duper fucking lame, first of all. And second of all, I am just talking about something that you can't you can't fathom the thought that we don't have quality foods in urban communities, right? We don't have good schools. We don't have teachers that are teaching our kids the right way, right? So therefore, it starts from kids growing up and just being, having all types of shit wrong with them. Diabetes, fucking fat as hell. Then comes, guess what? Insecurity. So now you have a whole bunch of adults that are insecure. And a lot of men, I'm sorry to say this, but they're too sensitive nowadays. Men are too fucking sensitive to where, you know what a man would do? You know what they would do? Laugh. They would laugh. A woman comes at them crazy. You know what they're doing? Laughing, because they know one hit and they can knock the woman out. But guess what? That is a man. But nowadays, men try to get on the same level as a woman. How about knowing, hey, like for real, you know what? I am a king. I'm not gonna stoop down to no, seriously. So a lot of times men need to understand that instead of trying to get on someone's level, how about trying to be a leader? Instead of looking for someone to lead you, how about being a fucking leader and just trying to lead? Start by leading, and then guess what? You guys will see, wow, we will be like, wow, he's attractive. He's someone that I can look up to because he's a king. He's a king. And nowadays there are no fucking kings. So of course we're gonna be mad because there's no kings. All the kings are fucking dead.
You know what, Nate?
Okay, Nate, can I finish what I'm saying?
Oh, go
So
ahead. I'll wait.
I hate these circle conversations. So I'm gonna try.
I had to do
I'm gonna
that
try
one.
to.
Damn. Thank you for damn shit.
I'm gonna try to finish it in your style, Nate. Your late night style. Okay. All right. Because I don't like to get in these whole circle ass conversations. Y'all gotta understand. I've been here for a while, and I don't listen to this bullshit for a while. Okay. On both sides, and that's what I started off my conversation
Now you
about
getting
being.
mad
No, no, no,
aggressive.
no, 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 no. Listen, young lady. You asked me to be a leader. You asked me to be a leader. I can't be a leader
And
if
that
you
was
go.
not me.
Okay, or
Okay,
whoever
that
it
was not
was,
me. Listen to me.
whoever
First of all,
it is,
let me
whoever
just
it
say
is,
something about
whoever
me.
it is,
It was me. It
whoever.
was
See, this is
Victoria.
what I'm
It was
You
saying.
see,
me.
our community, you
Let
can't
me
say
You
just
see,
nothing without
you
a
see,
woman
Nate.
trying to do
No, hold
this.
on, hold on.
This is
You
the
I
see,
just
Nate.
want
problem.
to say
Hold on, hold
that
on.
you
Hold on,
are,
hold
listen
on.
to me, you are a
Yeah,
very knowledgeable man,
yeah.
and this is my whole thing.
Look,
No one is coming for you because listen to me,
no.
that the stuff that you are saying makes a lot of sense, and I'm not
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
at you trying to like, trying to say
Yeah.
none of that because to be frank,
Okay.
all of the guys that are 60s, 50 something, they were raised to not be so sensitive. So no one's coming at you. I'm talking about these youngins. I'm
Yeah.
talking
Okay. Can I
about these
finish before
people,
you go?
young ass
Before you
guys.
go in, can I finish, ma'am? Can I
Sure,
finish?
yes, you can. Go
She's
Okay.
ahead.
emotional.
So
She's
look,
emotional.
okay. So
Nobody's emotional but sure.
let's have the conversation, people. Let's have the conversation like if you was at your house and you were respecting your elders or your
And
parents or whatever.
I respect
Let's
my
have this
elders to the
conversation.
fullest. I
Let's
respect
have this
my elders
conversation.
to the
Look,
fullest. I'm gonna let you
look.
talk. I just say you was mad aggressive.
Okay, no. Listen again. And you look nice with Betty
What
Boop
the
look you
fuck?
got with your little band around your head. You look nice. So what I'm trying to say is, I have listened to these complaints all my life. I have a house that I have 32 people in my house now, right now, who have mental, touched. I'll use that word, touched or been in foster care or whatever. I have these people in my house right now. I probably got more pharmaceutical in my house as equals drugs. So, but I'm not the only brother who's doing this kind of stuff. What I'm trying to tell y'all is a lot of things that we ask for, only thing we have to do is research for the information like we research anything we want to. If a new hairstyle come on, y'all research for that. If a new barber cut come out, y'all research for that. But the things, necessities that we need, we sit around and complain about these things because no, it's not advertised like the big three television station. It's not corporated like that coffee shop you just named that I won't name. We have a lot of mom and pop operations that go out of business because y'all go over to these commercial establishments because y'all think their ice is colder, and we suffer from that in our community. And then when these things disappear, then all of a sudden y'all say we ain't got anything. I'm in California right now. When I first got here in the 90s, you know what the Spanish people was doing? They were selling oranges on the freeway, and we were laughing at these people. And now most of the black people in California had to rent from the same people they was laughing at 30 years ago. See, we sat around and we want things instantly. To be able to survive on this planet, you got to understand what it really takes. If this is a team, somebody got some background noise and it's making this sound real
Hold on,
bad.
sorry, Pete.
It's not me.
It sound like Jenkins in the background. Okay.
Sound like who?
Jenkins, Pastor Jenkins. But
I
maybe
don't
it's
really
not.
hear nothing.
But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, we can sit around here and we can complain against the man, against the woman, and we can do all that we want to. But in the end of the day, that ain't gonna solve not one problem. Cause my sister, Dr. Francis, said it well. Nilla Fuller said it well. If you don't understand the system of white supremacy, everything else from that is going to confuse you. And I totally believe this. You had men in 1930 doing a lot better than the average blacks are doing today. Due to the fact is, we knew who we was fighting against. The problem is, it's like that picture, I'm gonna get you sucker. They asked, what happened to all the revolution? And the man said, we gave them jobs. That is the biggest thing that happens in our community. Because let me tell you something, black queen, black woman, young lady, the white man don't never look at you as a threat. Has never looked at you as a threat no more than he looks at his own white woman as a threat. He'll be willing to give you benefits to you to talk the way you talk to black men, like they are your child, because he see that you are the closest. Wait, let me finish. Wait. He see that you are the closest thing to us, and he see that you are what we love. The young lady said something very, very, very important. Y'all missed over it. When she was talking about the music, she just wasn't talking about the vocals. She was talking about how they turned up the bass in the music that gives you a lower vibration. And a lot of us don't even understand this, regardless of what the words is saying. It's turning up every cell in your body.
Kanye said it on TV live.
It's turning up.
It was like that they put and that they put a certain frequency in the rap.
There you go.
So that way, that when you listen to it, you get like depressed and negative and down.
Right. It's rallying. Wait.
That's actually kind of deep.
It's rallying every cell in your body. And so what you got? No, most of the music is at 60. That sonic bass y'all listen to, it starts at
66 hertz.
And then it goes up to 66 hertz. Yeah, you correct, brother. I'm with you.
I know. I do music.
But
Yes,
it goes deeper than that. It actually, there is a part of the frontal part of our brain.
Right.
There's a part of our brain. So when our brain is a part of our brain that processes information. And,
yes, ma'am.
And so when you process that information, there's a part in your brain that filters out what's not useful. It's in the frontal lobe of your brain. What they do is they've created a series of beats that bypasses that part of your brain. So the part of your brain that would like root out the junk that you hear, that part is skipped over by certain beats. And when you say vibration, that's really what it is. There's a portion of your brain, the music, they actually have psychiatrists, and they do this in the church too. In a lot of these charismatic churches, they have psychiatrists that put light shows and certain beats together that skip over the frontal lobe of your brain, and you don't process what's coming into it, and it puts you into a trance-like state.
Right.
So
Hitler came up with this process. Hitler came up with this process. Hitler, do y'all understand what I just said?
Hold on. Victoria, would you say
So that's why. So that's why there's no black leaders in the community, because they've been listening to too much music.
Okay, see, we try to simplify we try to simplify. Ma'am, if you want to have comedy, I think I'm the best comedian on the damn internet. If you want to have comedy, I can be the best comedian on this channel.
Anything that anybody is saying, I'm not discrediting it. Like it probably is like vibrationals and all that.
She don't
so
want
that's the issue.
Somebody just said the same. They don't want to. She doesn't want to lose the focus of what can the black man do.
I was trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the point,
so
but you can't do. You can't.
Leaders.
There is leaders.
Okay,
there is leaders. Do you want to be led, young lady? Do you want to be led?
That's the real question. Ask again.
Do you want to be led? That's the problem.
Ask it again.
Hold on, Trump. Hold on.
Do you want to be led?
Hold on, dude. Hold on.
No, you keep talking. Do you want to be led?
Hold on. I want to be led by
again. You don't even know what a leader is.
I want to be led in the wrong direction.
Oh, wait. Do you know what a leader is?
I don't want to be led by a sucker.
What is your definition of a leader? What is your definition of a leader? What is your definition of a leader?
Hold on.
I'm going to go back to what Nordic said. I'm going to go back to what Nordic said.
No, because
this is why.
This is not emotion. I'm asking her questions now.
They coming.
Do she want to know
to the black man for some clarity?
What?
Showing emotion.
Do you know what? No. See, we got to get away from that too, Nate. Nate, we got to get away from that.
Let her talk. Let's
I
let
asked
her.
her a
I'm gonna go back
question.
to what Nordic said. Nordic
Fact.
said,
So,
if we have positive influences, and I agree completely, if we had dudes in the community doing what they were supposed to be doing, if we had positive influences, if we had actual leaders, it's a natural thing for a woman to submit. A woman is naturally submissive. If you doing what you're supposed to do, and if you handling your business as a man, and you are a leader, and you are an alpha, a real alpha don't have to go
Oh, I
around saying
hate
I'm
that
an alpha,
word.
I'm an alpha.
there's no
I
such
hate
If
thing.
that
you
word.
are
Here we
really,
go.
I
if
hate
you
that
are
word.
portraying those aspects of an alpha and as a leader and as a real man, a woman, a real woman is gonna
This
naturally. I
Nate. You can say
wanna
what you want to
submit.
say.
I
Nate, you can
wanna
say what you want to
submit. I
say.
wanna
This
be
is
in
our
my
problem right
feminine.
here. This is
I
our
wanna
problem right
be.
here.
Hold
Nate,
Thank
on.
you.
believe me or
Thank
not,
I
this is
you.
our
wanna
problem
be
right
in
here.
my
This
feminine. I
is
wanna be
our
in my
problem
feminine.
right
Wait,
here.
Nah,
So let me
You can
ask
say
you
nah.
a
what you want to
question.
say, but this
Let
is
me
our
ask you a
problem right
question.
here,
Hold
Nate.
on. Jay speak.
I
Well, the thing
want
Let
to
me
is,
be.
whoa.
the
Let me
thing
ask you a
is,
question.
Shout out to
Let
DR.
me ask Victoria a question. Victoria, so what
God.
is a quote unquote real man in the black community to you?
Yo, I can't answer that for y'all.
I can.
So then
I
Y'all
how
are
can.
But
the
you can tell us
men.
No,
what
no.
we're not
Y'all
See,
doing.
are
that's
the
the problem.
men.
All you
Hold
can do is
on.
Y'all are the
argue.
men.
All you can do
Hold
is
on.
Mike,
I
argue.
have
You
been
can't
very
answer.
Mike,
Nah,
quiet.
listen.
it's
You
not
got.
I
about
didn't answer.
arguing. That's
Listen,
what
Okay.
you
I'm trying to
can't
say.
ask
Like, y'all
Okay.
not
you
getting
can't
it.
ask them what a real man in the black community
But
is
Well,
she
to
wait a
just
them.
minute.
she
You're
she
trying to
wait a
find
minute.
out.
I was just in
No,
the
I'm
hot seat.
saying, wait a minute.
Wait.
You're
I
trying
was
to
Let me
just
ask
in
a
the
Well,
question.
clarify.
Go ahead.
hot
She
seat. I
Let
lost.
was
me
just in the hot seat.
clarify. Let me
I was in the
clarify.
hot seat just a minute
Let
ago, and
me
I stood here like a
clarify.
Just
man.
I'm
let her
And
saying,
clarify before you answer. Just let her
y'all asked me all those
clarify.
different
We
She
questions.
outnumbered
ain't
now.
saying nothing.
wait a minute. Wait a minute, Black Trump. Hold on. I'm
she gave
saying that a
she
man
funny.
is natural, dude. It's natural. He has that natural ability to put you at ease. He has that natural ability to let you know that okay, everything is good. I got this. Like he's a leader. He's not a follower. He takes charge without having to be oppressive. Like I can't explain it. Like it's just a natural thing when you see it and you
You can't
know it.
explain it.
You
So what
know
is
Well,
a
it.
real
explain it
woman
again.
then?
She's
What is a
You
explaining it
real
know
again.
woman
it.
then? What is a real woman then?
Hold
A
on, no.
better question.
Listen, hold on.
No, what
Nordic.
is a real woman
We
then?
need
I
some
can
help
Let
here.
answer.
her
Nordic.
answer, Nate.
Nordic.
Let her answer,
Let her
Nate. Let her
answer the
answer.
question.
Hold on. Let me finish. We'll get back to that. Nordic. What is your opinion on this?
oh my gosh, what is my opinion? Okay, first of all, let's start about a real man, right? Some of y'all really need to watch some documentaries about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Like, a real man would not be letting half the shit happen that is happening. That's the problem.
Thank
Too many
you.
men are afraid to die. Too many men are afraid to freaking fight because they're scared that their freaking nails might get messed up. Like, too many men really need to freaking wake up and know that they are freaking men and quote unquote stronger. And they really need to understand that not everybody is for this feminist movement. Listen to me. I empower, we supposed to be strong, blah, blah, blah. But there's too many women that are having to be a full-time housewife and have a full-time job. That's insane to me.
Thank
And then at the
you.
end of the day, y'all men come home and be like, oh yeah, you're not gonna wear nothing sexy. You're not gonna, nigga, I just worked all day and I'm taking care of the kids. What you talking about? But too many men, they don't want to provide. They don't want to be that man to say, you know what, you take care of the kids, I'ma work. Because guess what? Men ain't built like that
What?
no more. Men ain't
What?
built like that no more.
Nate,
That's the
Nate,
situation.
Nate,
Move
can
the
I? I've been
goalpost.
quiet.
Nate,
You
Y'all
ain't.
move the
Nate,
You ain't called on me
goalpost.
yet, Nate.
Y'all
Nate,
move
let
the
me go.
Nate,
goalpost all the
Nate,
Nate,
can
So
I
let Trump
get a
go.
time.
Nate.
Let
turn?
Trump go first. Let Trump go. Go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
You know
Trump.
what,
Can I
yo?
go after that, Nate? Because I haven't said anything hardly.
My bad.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
I
you
forgot I
I'll
have
was
it.
wait
back.
for
I'm
Black
sorry.
Trump. Let him go first.
Yeah, my bad.
You know what I fought all these older generation women for teaching these young girls just to be just like this. This is all their fault, yo. You don't know how to pick a man accordingly. You know, you mistaken. No, let me finish. You mistaken. Okay. See, this is the problem right here. You can't get a goddamn word in. I sat quiet. Listen, I sat quiet the whole time. You've been rumbling on. Let me finish. And this is the problem. And this is the problem. Yo, this is the problem. And this is just justifying what my girl was saying last night.
It is a debate.
Yes.
Hold on. Let us just squeeze that in real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, come on, Nate, man. This is the problem.
Let them talk. Let them talk.
Just because you hear me coming off like this quote unquote angry woman, let me explain to you something. First of all, I've been with my partner for 17 years, okay? 3 kids later, okay? And let's just put it like this.
My condolences to him.
I don't have to work, honey. I don't have to work. Listen to me real quick.
So why are you so angry?
Good life. You know why that I'm angry? Because I'm trying to bring light to black men to tell you guys what women want. Because guess what? In the beginning of this, Nate had asked, what do women want? And I'm trying to tell you, and anyone that is listening, women want a man. I don't want no nigga come with me to the nail salon. I don't want no man that is all freaking in his things talking about, oh yeah, well, this and this. And no, be a man. And guess what? You guys see something's wrong, do something about it. Fight for it.
To be a man, we're going to have to denut. Wait a minute. Be a man, we're going to have to. No. I'm going to get wrong y'all ass now. To be a man, we're going to have to denut y'all first.
God,
that's number one. Wow. Wait a minute. Be a man, we're going to have to denut y'all first. No, listen what I'm just saying. Listen, no. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish this statement. Because I told you when we went to hey, no, see, yeah, I'm finna go off right about now. Because I've been trying to be nice. Bring this shit down the middle. But I see right now where y'all go with the clowning shit. No, y'all go with the clowning shit. Y'all go with the clowning shit.
Get wrong.
Number one. Okay, so let me get this shit in. Let me land the chopper, all right? Because it's running out of gas, all right? Because I don't listen to this bullshit too long. Number one, y'all don't do no. Okay, number one.
Let them talk.
Number one, y'all don't know how to be fucking women anymore. That's number one. If you no, serious. This is part of that incubator system I told you. They gave y'all a voice and shut us up. Y'all raised us that way. When 80% of the women are single mothers, what you think your black babies, male babies, are listening to? Wait. It's both fault. Both, but wait. See, you won't be. See, I gotta take your elder another way because you still got one. You still want to talk. So what I'm trying to tell you, young lady, the problem is you don't know what a man look like because you have turned to a goddamn man. That's why you don't know what he looks like. Because you want to talk all the damn time. You don't want to listen. You don't know what it takes to be a man in America. All right? No. Again, see, there you go talking again. Wait a minute. Would you put some food in your mouth so you shut? Would you put some food? Would you put a hero in your mouth so you stop talking? Would you put a fucking hero in your mouth so you stop talking? Okay, so again, let's because a man had to come home.
We supposed to marry, right? Okay.
Again, and so hey, look, Nate, I am the person who goes to the internet. They call me Captain Saberhole. That's what they call me because I am the greatest protector of black women. Do you understand that? I am the greatest protector of black men, and I'm gonna say black men, black women, because I love the families that stick together. But when you have people coming on here and sound like they on a Ricky Lake show or the Oprah Winfrey show, like we're stuck in the 80s something and don't understand this. Okay.
Of course she'll like it. See, of course she'll like it.
Right. Yes, she'll like it because it did the same thing as our music. It did the same thing as the music. And Nate, let me put it in this way. Let me tell you something, my brother. You Negroes, you don't know what you're even talking about. Because I'm going to tell you to do it in this way. When you have a problem, the first thing you have to do is look in your mirror because the problem starts with you. You attract what you are. You you become what you attract.
I
Okay,
agree,
so for the
100%.
woman, for the woman who have a successful family and have a husband for 17
Yes, I
years,
do.
I'm listening.
And my kids
I'm listening
are
to you.
all out of
Look,
line because
I'm
they don't
listening
get
to.
nothing unless they do middle school. Period.
But just by her voice, I know she
I'm
don't.
listening to you. I was giving you that to compliment you. I am a father of 5 children, and one of them is a daughter. And the way I raise my house, the way I carry myself, I become the greatest example of what I want my children to understand and understand life. The problem is, I told you once, young lady, this has nothing to do with y'all in general, but it has something to do with our black community. The white man has never seen you as being a threat. He has always seen you as being a counterpart of him to control us. And till y'all start to understand that, till y'all start to understand that we've been at war ever since we've been here. And if you don't know strategies of war, you need to go back and look at Dr. Francis Cressy Wilson. You need to go back and listen to Nilla Fuller.
Listen, a lot of people in the chat, hold on, man. A lot of people in the chat just want to know, why is it that we have such a high level of single black mothers and babies and fathers that's not taking care of their kids?
Because they're willing, women. Because women are willing to open their leg and not check the head of the guy that they're dealing with before
What
they
did I
become
say
that
the other
diamond.
day,
Stop.
What did I
You see what I'm
tell
just
you?
saying?
What did I
So what
tell
I'm
you?
telling you.
What did
So
I
what I'm
tell
telling. Let me finish. Let me get this in. Let me get this in. Let me get this in. And this is what the manosphere do have right. Y'all are the dictators who becomes a father, who not becomes a father. Y'all are the dictators when a baby's born, when a baby's not. Y'all have that damn choice. And this is why I say again, this is why I say, if the man wasn't good enough to marry you, why did you have his baby in the first place? Because you didn't have an egg. You're not a chicken, and you didn't just have an egg. So let me finish. I'm going.
Hold on. Let Ava speak. Hold on, Black.
I'm getting ready to go. Nate, I gotta go take us some business. And look, peace and love. And a lot of things. Wait. I got a house I gotta take care of.
What did I say, Nate?
Hold on.
Can I finish, Nate? Peace and love.
Hold on. OG, just let Ava talk. Cause
no, I'm finna go, Nate. I gotta go. No, Nate, I'm finna go. I'm just giving you your props, bro. Peace and love. OG. Y'all have a beautiful day. Happy Father's Day.
Have a good day. Happy Father's Day.
And go on. Well, look, if you want to know some of these problems, how I handle some of these problems, where I give equal time and balance to the problems we have in our community, please check out some of mine, because I get some of the greats to speak, not just me.
When they
and so,
they be telling
so they call me a simp everywhere, but I protect y'all black women wherever I go.
Thank you for that. No, thank you.
Okay, so I'm not the one. All right, y'all have a good one. All right, and when you get 62, I hope you look like me. When you get 62, I hope you still like you're 22 or in your 30s. See, that's some good nutrition and water. See, that's why I can carry them up anywhere I go at.
Well,
yes, I'm 62, born in 59. All right, so peace, love, and always
peace. Salute.
OG. Hold on, just give me 5 minutes. I just need Ave Marie. The reason why Ava's more, you know what I mean? She's a little younger than you. I just wanted her to kind of express, because we got the young lady speaking. So just speak for a minute. I just want her to talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I'm in my.
I gotta go. I got somebody having a seizure in my house. Gotta go.
Okay, go ahead. That's okay.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah.